from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how
The umpire throws the ball in the air. Both get a hand to it. Comes to the side of the pack. Wright can't take it with him. Panthers, handball out. Came quickly from Whitney, who was good last week in the second half for the Panthers. The umpire will come in and do it all again. Yeah, I think the Magpies. There you go.
I'm going for North.
Fitzsimmons goes towards centre half forward with a kick. Coming through Biggs, couldn't take it with him. Bell Post still fight hard for it across half back. The umpire will...
Subject to change.
Yeah, absolutely. Hollands gets it down. Rove to side of the pack. Umpire will come in. So Grubby's going to start the clock for us. Good on you. Symes gets it down. Fitzsimmons roves the pack, wrapped up straight away. And the ball spills free. That's a quick punch too. Came out. Bell Post still Fantella, who might have the job on Fitzsimmons at half-back, has got the free kick for Bell Post Hill. Goes towards centre wing with a wobbly kick. Might be okay off hands. Holds fine. Can't take it with him. Wright's there. Handball inboard to Miller. Sits for him okay on the left. Should have kicked on the right. Probably should have handballed. It's out of bounds on the full. Is it? Oh, it's come back in with the breeze. But it doesn't matter for Bell Post Hill because Whitney has taken the mark at half-back for the Panthers. So that's Dylan Whitney. Goes along the line. Miller's got his name written on it and gets a good shepherd from de Blasio. But in the middle, Barton did pretty well. And
remember to put the clock on.
you're going to have to start and remember.
We might have to sell his clock in retirement. Ball comes out, picked up by Wright. He's tackled. Ball comes to ground. Hands good. Picked up there by Hollands. Now it's ends up in the hands of Barton, who goes out wide looking for Basely. Found him, but on the run. Kicks round the boundary line. Will it stay in? It's going to be drifting. I think it's just bounced outside the line, and it's out of bounds to the full. Resulting free kick goes to North Geelong in between the half-back line and full-back position. So it's Luke Parker with the ball. Tips the ball. Goes short. Leading up, Hardman, good mark. Nice to see this from Black playing footy.
Good player.
Plenty of that blue tape. It must be magical stuff, holding the shoulder and the hamstring together at the present time. So Hardman goes on that left foot long, round the boundary line, behind Spall from Washington, picked up. And it's Hutchison, I think it is. It has the ball, kicks high and in the air. Back towards true centre wing. Lima read the flight of the ball, couldn't mark it. Ends up in the hands of Basely, who goes forward. Nice.
The ball in the air. Symes gets it down to the side. Holds fine, got one high.
Too high, umpire.
Umpire said play on. Wright tackled him, and then he fights hard for it as well in there. And the umpire, the ball up again. Symes goes up. Hollands gets it down. Rode by Fitzsimmons, goes towards half forward with the kick. Coming out, Hutchinson doesn't sit well for him. Fursland again. In fact, it's Fantella against him. And the ball comes towards Lima. Eels is there as well, close to the boundary line. Got the handball free towards Fitzsimmons, who got it away again, close to the boundary line for Van Creeken. And he sees it over. Jesus, I'll tell you what, there's a bit of blue tape out there.
Yeah.
Hardman, Wright, they've all got the blue tape on their hammies. Free kick for a sling, I think the umpire said. So Bell Post Hill will take the free kick, and Barton in front of Gibbs. His second effort was okay behind Barton at half forward. His kick was smothered, partly smothered. The umpire said play on. Matho comes out, as always. From full back, he's at centre half back now over the top of it, needs to get rid of it. Pack develops, Bell Post Hill at the back, they might be able to get it out, they can't. Schwennison's in there as well, fighting hard for it with Barton, and the umpire will cut for Hollands. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Hollands to the side of the pack. Key can't take it with him. Comes back to Hollands. Gets it to the middle. Whitney gets a shepherd from Addy. And he's got a bit of time now to run through the centre and go with the left foot. Spearing kick towards Wood again. Can't take the mark. De Blasio against him. At the back of the pack, Parker. Sold the dummy nicely. Got away with a bit of action towards half back. It's okay. Need to be good too. It's 3-on-1. And they were okay. North Geelong got key and support running through there from Wright. Goes from centre half back. Wobbly kick. Might be all right. Biggs takes the mark. On centre wing on the outer side, wheels around, left foot kick, long towards full forward. Clark comes out, great kick, great mark, and we'll shoot for goal. 50 out from goal directly in front, northern end. So good movement of the footy there from North Geelong. He goes into the pocket, Podner gives him a lead. He can't take the mark. Rove by Hutchinson, left foot kick around the corner towards the 10 metre square. Miller behind on this occasion, and the mark.
Geez, I've seen Sam Clark kick a football. I think he should have had a shot then.
Popovsky goes wide, looking for Fursland. Got some pressure against him through the middle. They get free. Short little kick out is okay. And Lentini takes the mark at left half back.
So Lentini with the ball on the half back line, looks inside and goes inside. He will find Holes fine quickly onto the boot. Had to do so. Pressure from behind. In the middle of the ground, Hollands does well against Whitney, it is, but Holtzfeen's there in support, so he comes through, he picks the ball up again cleanly, goes out wide, and Fantella takes the mark far centre wing. Back now and quickly moves the ball into the forward line. Addy's up in front of down to the contest, good front and square contest. Lloyd let the ball go, and that's what the umpire has seen. And the free kick goes to North Geelong. Darren Matheson.
Needs to put a bit of work into his punts there. That wasn't good, that. It was a short little punts.
So the ball goes to Swinnerson, comes wider again now to Brady Watts. They've transferred from one side of the ground to the other. Now they have Gibbs in space and he can get the ball and run. Takes the first bounce, steady. Will sell a dummy. Didn't. No, he didn't. Got the ball going forward. Unfortunately for North Geelong, no one there. Brad Martin's there, but the good work there from Biggs comes over the top, ends up with Washington at Bell Post Hill. Handball goes back, and Lentini comes out of the half-back line, runs, carries the ball, went short, good spoil there, and the ball will go over the boundary line. Yes, it does, and it'll be thought about him before the game as a ruckman. So
he's got a fair bit of height on Gibbsy too, by the looks of it.
So the ball comes down, back of the contest, picked up there by Dillon, who didn't pick it up, but he stood over the ball, gained it on his left foot, went short, kick wasn't good. So it's now in dispute with Barton leading towards the race of the ball. Half 60-metre kick from Wood. Ball thrown back in. Picked up there by Hutchins. He's tackled. Ends up there with Morton playing his first game. Handball coming to Van Creeken. Van Creeken kick was smothered off the boot. Podder took the ball out of the air. Had to release it. Did so. Blake Miller comes in. He's tackled. Ball back on the ground. And it looks like Bell Post Hill with the numbers. Fantella runs onto it in the back pocket. Has the ball now. Has time to look up and steady. Gee, it's a 1-on-3 situation. Barton's going to have to be good. He was going backwards. And the mark's been taken again by Hutchison. Tips the ball back inside to Swennerson, who's on the run. And has Van Creeken by himself. Just outside 50. Can go if he wants to and doesn't short. Podner leads up. Good spoil from behind. Ground level. Good roving there from Morton. Kick off the ground is inaccurate. And through.
Takes the mark, the skipper for Bell Post Hill. Comes towards the grandstand side. Good kick too. And at half back finds Page. Comes back towards centre wing. The Whitley medalist over the back. Tobin takes the mark.
See that?
Against Dillon. Goes with a kick towards Addy. Up forward. Takes the mark in front of Matho.
You got to run, son.
So he keeps going now. Addy. Right foot kick. Measures the pass beautifully. And Whitney has taken the mark. We'll shoot from 35 out directly in front.
You've sure got a lot of space on this ground when you get the ball there with no pressure. You've got a lot of space to move in, haven't you?
So Dylan Whitney, who's resting up forward after starting in the middle, will shoot for goal 30 out directly in front, southern end of the ground.
That's a Kentucky Fried Chicken voucher, mate. Don't throw it away.
He comes in, and I think he's missed it to the near side. He has, so through for one.
Number of blokes out there wearing long sleeve jumpers.
Yeah, it's what they're used to, I think.
Hello. That's Chicken Wars being chucked off, and so he should be too.
Chicken, just having a chat to his members.
Get off the ground, Chicken.
So the ball now, Luke Parker goes long and straight down the centre. There was actually plenty of distance in the kick, but unfortunately Fantella's got in the back of Hutchison, and it'll be Hutchison with a rolling free kick. So he's inside the defensive arc, has the ball. A call to play on now by the umpire, so he comes to the centre wing position. Mark, kick wasn't good, and picking is Pisano, and he takes the mark. Tobin standing by himself, standing still, is what he's calling for the ball for. Pisano goes wider and will find Lima, who's just pushed himself forward. So he's still inside the centre square. Now he goes and spins and goes into the forward line, goes looking for Whitney. Couldn't take the mark, picked up by Swennerson. Went to go dummy the handball, went over the top. Geez, put it dangerous now because picked up there is Basely. Goes to Addy, and Addy in the goal square has kicked another one. So Cam Addy.
Umpire throws the ball in the air for Symes, who gets it down. Hutchinson, no roads, had a good start to the game. Left foot kick towards centre half forward. Key in front, got a hand to it. Needs some support coming at it the other way. For Bell Post Hill was Washington on centre wing. Umpire comes in, throws it in the air. Hollins gets it down. Hardman, Hutchinson over the top of it. Not going anywhere. Umpire says play on. Comes to the back of the pack. Doesn't sit for Dillon. Fantella handballs it back to Holes fine on centre wing. Right foot kick around the corner to half forward. De Blasio got a hand to it. Then it fell into the arms in the end for Bell Post Hill. Jovanovic off a step. The ball came from Ash Whitney. Now Matheson and Addy. Matheson pushed past the ball. Addy, can he pick it up? No, Matho, good work. Needs some support though. And Basely gets around a couple. Then he loses the football in the tackle. The umpire says play on. Getting away now to Van Creeken on the right foot. Goes towards half back. And Fitzsimmons comes out against a couple, wrapped up, not going anywhere.
Argue, that's the only thing I couldn't see it from here, but that's the only thing I could think of. Otherwise, it was too wide of Fitzsimmons.
Pisano put his head underneath his arm. That's all it did. Put his arm up.
It looked like to me a pretty good tackle.
Yeah. Bit tough, but Bell Post Hill, that's what games are won on, mate.
So,
well, it was just outside the 50, and he's still 20 out, so they've been lucky that way. But geez, this could be a gift.
Pisano now shooting from 20 out, slide angle. It comes in and has put it through.
Lose anything there. Ball in the air. Symes, Miller does well, taps the ball down. It's picked up there by Holzfien, though. He went looking for Fursland, went a bit strong with a handball, needs a running player and has one now. Went back to overall. He kicks round the boundary line and will land just in the... So umpire about to throw the ball back into play. As we said, Miller's now doing some ruck work for North Geelong. Symes able to position himself in front. Taps the ball to the front of the contest, picked up by Fitzsimmons. He's tackled by Fantello, who seems to have that job for the day. So Symes in the ruck, tap down there again. Miller's done well. Came good handball out, found Dillon, went back on his left foot, stepped back into trouble, but got the kick away to the half-forward line. Oh, good tack on the ball there by Sam Clark. Didn't take the mark. Bone McNamara's got his head over the contest now. At ground level, it's Gibbs. Tries to knock the ball out. Overalls on hands and knees. It ends up out the back of the contest and looks like North Geelong could run free. No, they can't release it. The pack converges again. Umpire's got to...
He said, give us long sleevers a go. He always wore the long sleeves. Get on you, Bucky.
So the ball's down and picked up there at the back of the contest by Wright. High kick, didn't have much distance in the kick. Good spoil from behind from North Geelong. Ground level, it's picked up. Handball goes backwards. Fitzsimmons bounds onto the ball. This will be a goal. Put it down right now. So Fitzsimmons goes to goal and he kicks his first. That's his...
Back to the middle. Miller and Symes. Symes gets it down beautifully to Whitney. Left foot kick to half forward. Jovanovic de Blasio coming out. Addy over his head. Matho at the back. Does well. Oh, it doesn't sit for him at the first occasion. Addy keeps his feet close to the boundary line. Won't be able to keep it in. Punched away at the back and through for one behind to Bell Post Hill. They go to 3-2-20. They lead North Geelong 1-1-7. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard. Reynolds with the kick in for North Geelong. Plays on. Gains 5. Goes to the leader, Fitzsimmons.
Oh,
Jeez,
that's a
great
good mark
over his head. Under pressure from
Fantella.
Fantella. Still in his back pocket.
Yep.
Inside defensive 50. Goes towards half back and kicks it wide. Looking for Van
Miller by hand, who was standing back of the contest, but his kick goes wide and out of bounds on the full and kicks the ball into the half-forward line. Barton's the target. Spoiled from behind by Matheson. De Blasio well placed at the front of the contest. At ground level, they converge. Umpire says he's over the ball. He's going to be the forward 50. Ball thrown back in the air. Again, neither ruckman a big influence in that contest, but at ground level, picked up. And players converge once again. There's no, but he's brought Wood back out of the contest now. Goes up, picked up. Addy had the ball. Gets through the contest, ends up with Matheson to Taylor Reynolds, who goes back to the centre of the ground, looking for Parker. Oh, good mark. Had the first grab. He's just need to hang on to the second one. Ball comes over the top to Lentini. He goes back in towards forward 50. And it's going to be Caleb Baseley. Picks the ball up, goes by hand to Holzfien, has time, runs to forward. He kicks round the quarter towards goal, but offline. And through for a minor score. His first score of the afternoon. He's a behind.
in short to Watts is okay. Still inside defensive 50. Chips the ball to Daniel Key in the back pocket. De Blasio runs at it at half back. Got a hand to it over the head though. Barton kicks it back towards full forward. Over the back. No mark taken. So boundary throw in. From the side, Barton gets it down road beautifully. Dylan Whitney has just missed to the far side through for one behind. Great roving from him. He's second behind of the afternoon.
In the next quarter.
Yeah, but he's still kicking out grub before they kick the ball outside 50, so here's Parker kicking it again, and he's going to get the ball, nearly to the point of the square.
70.
Yeah, so the ball's picked up there. Miller, he had it and let it go. Needed just to make contact, unfortunately, for the big fella. He's done pretty well since going to the ruck, so it's been a little bit good move there. Holzfien picked the ball up and gone out quickly, and the ball has been taken by Mark out there by Wood. Wood steadies now, and it's a long kick going back towards the goal square. Matheson against Addy. Matheson well positioned in front, does well, brings the ball to the front of this contest. Goes back and collects it himself, kicks round the corner. That wasn't good, went to Whitney. This time he shapes up and misses again.
It was great pressure, though, from Addy.
Dangerous kick to right and comes back. Bell Post still keep their feet. Getting back there, Wood. Blind turn, handballs it back. Standing start, Washington. Goes towards the goal square at the back through for one behind. And Fuse will try it again this time. Terrible kick
twice
as
in a
well
row.
towards Key. They're going to have to make him pay. Whitney again. This time he doesn't miss. Bang, straight through. He's had 4 goes at it. He got the...
just by going there. So ball back in the middle of the ground. Miller up, Symes over the top of him this time. Picked up there by Washington coming off the centre wing. Kicks forward line, but it's Reynolds coming out from North Geelong. Takes the mark on the half back line. So Taylor Reynolds, another one of the Blue Brigade, has the strip down the arm. Goes long now, out towards their half forward line. Wood's going to be the target. Sorry, Biggs. Oh, big mark. No, he didn't take hold possession. The umpire's going to pay it, is he? Thought he had enough control.
Jeez.
It was a fair old leap. He got up there, and there's a nice kick of the football. Goes long, went wide to the pocket, though. Nice positioning there. Sam Clark takes the ball, doesn't wait any time. Plays on, steps round and goes towards goal. Goes across the face of goal, and now kicks the ball straight across and out of bounds in the full far pocket.
Well, that was an absolutely magnificent attempt to mark, but if it was a mark, I'm not here. It was not a mark.
So McNamara with the ball. Beside the behind post, little chip. Gee, that wasn't a good kick. He's put his teammate and Brad Martin under pressure. It's allowed North Geelong to go back and collect it. They put pressure on him, though, because the ball comes out in the tackle, heads towards the boundary line. Could have been to him. He's left footer too, isn't he, Keith?
Yep.
Probably wrong side for a left footer. Be hitting towards the top of the square. The short kick comes in. Who is it going towards? Mark comes out. The lead was made, but it's...
It's in that pocket. Yeah. How come my tally's not working?
Either.
You know.
The ball thrown back in by the umpire. Just forward to their centre wing. Ball tapped down. Dead by Hutchison, who kicks on the left foot. Goes forward. Goes goal. And finishes off. It's a game.
Take the break right to him. Pack develops. Blind turn came out. Joel Page. Kick was smothered. Magpies with the numbers. Hollands gets it away to de Blasio. At centre half back now. Held on to it a long time. Now he's dropped it. The punts will come out easily. And the free kick. So no option there. And Hol's fine. We'll get the free kick at centre half forward for Bell Post Hill. How much to kick too deep? So he goes to the pocket. Now getting back there is Wood. Goes up at the back. In fact, it's Whitney who took the mark. And Dylan Whitney will shoot for goal from 25 metres out directly in front. Third in line took the mark.
But he was the only one that had the hands on it, though,
He
I
did.
think.
1 goal, 3 he's kicked so far. And the quick reply for Bell Post Hill, possibly. So... Dylan Whitney will come in. Southern end of the ground. Couple of steps. Left foot kick. Kicks the goal. So kicks his set.
Back up against Hollands now. So back to where we started. Ball up. Symes over the top. Picked off there by Van Creek. And a quick kick forward to the half-forward line. Mark is taken. Or it's called play on. But the umpire now calls it's mark. And it's going to be Shane Lima that's got the ball. So Lima now goes wide. Has a running player out there in Martin. So he'll hold up. Again, Bell Post Hill usually from here just play the chipping game until someone gets lazy. Goes out wide, targets Addy. He leads up, takes possession of the ball, needs some options. Able to get around the player coming out. That was de Blasio and steps inside. Goes towards Fursland. Over the back, good contest there from Eels. And he's able like the third or fourth option. Parker's got him. That's a big target for him. So ball is now down, tapped into the half-back line. Van Creeken got boot the ball, but it didn't go very far at all. Tobin picked the ball up, ends up with Page. Kick to the top of the square. This is where Parker's going to be in trouble. Does well. Knocks the ball to the ground. Picked up there, and it's kicked round the corner, but the accuracy is not good.
Just
and the
enough
ball
pressure.
goes through from Wood, and it's now 5 goals, 7 to Bell Post.
With the kicking and duties this time plays on. Goes to the outer side. Defensive 50 looking for Fitzsimmons. Over his head. Sits through him nicely, though. And runs away. Takes a bounce. And goes from half-back towards centre wing. At the back, Eels runs up and under pressure. And needs some support there. Bell Post Hill with the numbers. Close to the boundary line. Free kick found in the back. And go to Bell Post Hill. Eels will give the ball back. And the free kick to Pisano. Oh, kick off the boot wasn't great. Set basically up front and centre from Podner was good. Kick around the corner to Biggs at half forward, but worried out of it by Martin. Handballed it back. Experience over the top. The handball though missed a target across centre half forward for North Geelong, keeping the pressure on Hollands. And the pack develops around them. Overalls in there as well for Bell Post time while they're in the attacking zone. Symes gets it down. Rove though by Hollands, his opposite number, gets it towards full forward. Coming out off Clark's foot. Goes back, kick Gibbs. Well, I think he was trying to not kick it and then give some candy, but he lost the football in the process. And McNamara runs away with it for Bell Post Hill. Goes towards centre wing, leading in front though de Blasio. Backed himself, ran from half forward, runs his full measure, goes for the kick. Close towards the 10 metre square at the back. Hutchinson off hands. And was that a hold? The umpire said no.
No.
Through for one behind to North Geelong. So they go to 2-14 the Magpies. Bell Post Hill 5-7-37. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
If that happens in the middle of the ground, they play a hold every time.
You do, that's right. Ball
They
kicked
pay
out
the
long.
hole there you
There's
go.
a hole there, yeah, exactly right.
Well, there you go. Why didn't they pay the other one?
So it's Barton that's got the ball, goes quickly towards centre wing, and it's Whitney. Been good in the first quarter, had 4 shots, 5 shots at goal, and been prominent through the midfield also. Long kick, goes looking for Wood. It's a good position, lovely kick, and Wood doesn't let him down. Running player through the middle of grounds, Lentini goes long, goes towards the goal square. Addy's there. had his eyes off the ball was Madison. Lentini picks the ball up, and from the top of the square.
They reckon it was touched,
says the umpire.
We might call for the review. We got one?
Don't think so.
only you.
5 goals, 8 now to Belpost Hill. 13 Scots for 4 in the first quarter. And a comfortable lead for North Geelong, 24 points.
Ball kicked in by Parker. Long straight up the ground looking for Hollands at the back to Blasio. Handballs at the Hardman through the middle to move the ball quickly. Goes towards half forward with a kick on the wrong side for Gibbs. He might, his second effort was all right. Then he got held on to. The umpire said play on. Getting back there and helping out Fantella for Belpost Hill. Back to the middle's okay. Dylan Whitney takes the mark again. Been very influential in the first term, Whitney. Short kick towards Symes. He still takes the mark in the middle. Plays on now. Goes with a long right foot kick towards Jovanovic, who comes out and takes the mark. 50 out from goal on the siren.
He's going to have to kick it.
So there is the siren for quarter time. North Geelong will be 2-2-14. And it will be 5-8, 5-9 or 6-8.
I'll tell you what, this is a crucial kick. It'll make them win the first quarter quite well, this one.
Jovanovic comes in, 50 out directly in front. With the wind, puts it up. Oh, it's a good kick too. It's a very good kick. Straight through the middle. 6-8-44, Belpost Hill leading North Geelong. A ruck contest. And Hollands gets it down to the side, coming off the wing. Hardman can't take it with him, but he put his body on the line and did nicely. That's what they need to do. Got it to right, who gets it towards half forward over the head of Biggs. Popovsky gets back there with Miller, and Popovsky did well, read it nicely. And then the kick, though, was smothered. Coming out was Eels, who backed himself. Urquhart coming the other way. Short little kick, still on half forward. Right, gets back there for North Geelong. Wheels around, right foot kick, measures the pass. Over the back, Miller can't take the mark. Hutchinson in the pocket, usually pretty clever. Gets it back to the goal square, over the head of a couple. Van Creeken across the face of goal, can't keep it in.
Might have been a bit lucky there.
Contest for Hollands and Symes. Thrown in now. Hollands, in front. Fitzsimmons was there as well. Hollands did the roving work. Short little kick, might be okay. Can't pick it up, though, Hollands again. And fighting hard for a great tackle by Hutchinson, kept the pressure on. Biggs is there as well. Through the middle, Clark.
Too high.
And too high.
Like Fano never used to do when he was playing.
Plays in, kicks around the corner, and has just missed through for one behind to Sam Clark. So they go to two.
Well, that's what they've got to do now and do all the good, hard, tough things.
I think there's a fair few North Geelong players that went through for a goal, but was called behind.
Well, that's what I started to talk about. I thought it was a goal.
No.
So the ball's kicked in short, and it's Key coming up from the centre half forward position and takes the mark, goes long in towards the forward line. Ball at the back of the contest, can't be taken by Biggs. Popovsky takes it over his head, needs to release it, does so. Taps it to Lima. Van Creeken on his left foot.
Great
good
smother
there by Lima. Picked up though by Parker this time. It kicks round the goal.
Got that one.
And Luke Parker, he kicks in.
Back to 23 points the difference. Hollands goes up, neither get an effective tap. Balls to the back. Whitney kept his head over it and then got one high. Well, he's hatched it then. Punts must come out. Punts! Oh, hell to him. You can't pay that, can you?
Well, you know what?
I'll tell you, he copped one across the schnoz too.
Yeah, well, he did, but the umpire didn't see it.
No, he didn't.
But the problem is we all hate that Punts come out, but that was holding the ball. He dragged it in.
So Hollands gets it down. And he gets back up, Whitney, and there's the stitch up. I think that's the extra one. Whitney plays on advantage, gets around a couple on centre wing.
Ran a long way.
He did run a long way across centre wing. Goes to half forward, looking for Jovanovic. De Blasio across forward. Belpost still into attack. Northern end of the ground. At the back, punched away. They got the numbers. Jovanovic, right foot kick around the corner, deep to the square. Off hands at the back page.
Free
Gave
kick.
A push, I think. A hold.
You
Whatever you want to do.
He did it, I think.
Yep. And a free kick going to Andrews in the last line of defence for North Geelong. He chips the ball to Parker, the last goal scorer. Takes the mark in the back pocket. Fitzsimmons running across half back. He wants to switch the play. Outboard looking for right. It's a great kick. Finds him at half back. Bit of space now. He goes towards half forward. Washington got the job. Over the back, he couldn't hit Hutchinson, who's had a good game so far. Left foot kick towards a one-on-one. Clark comes out at pace. Tries to dribble in front of him. Get around from McNamara. They're having a great tussle. Clark tries to shuffle it out to Van Creeken. 40 out from the North Geelong goal. And pack develops around them. The umpire will come in and ball it up. 3-3-21 North. 6-8-44 Belpost Hill. Commonafine Hotel second quarter scoreboard.
The ball thrown in the air, Symes up over the top, knocks the ball out towards defensive 50. Going back, picked up there by Wright, who twists and turns and comes back on his right side, goes backwards, but it's a good kick, finds Fitzsimmons, who plays on quickly. He sends the ball back into attack. Kick wasn't good off the boot, gets towards the goal square. Can't be picked up there by Woods, and he's going to see it over the boundary line. We said deep in the attack, and there's a free kick being given here. I'm not too sure who it was against. Must be Hutchison. Looks like he's going to stand the mark, and it's going to be to Washington. Anyone said that was full?
No, hold, I think.
Hold?
Yeah.
So Washington with the ball. Back pocket goes outside, 50. Boundary line. Fitzsimmons up in front. Mark's not taken. Ball thrown back in now. Ball's tapped down. Symes knocks the ball further afield. Picked up there by Dillon. Went back on his right side. Ball down the tackle.
That's holding the ball.
Released to the umpire, and the free kick goes to Tobin. So Tobin, a rare touch for him in this game again. Pretty quiet in the last two finals. He goes out wide. Mark coming up out. He attacks the ball strongly. Doesn't take the mark. Picked up by Wright. Ball's taken out of his hand. Ends up with Watts. He loses it. Back to Fantella, who now steadies little short chips. Nice. And Mark is taken by Fursland. Running player behind is Basely. If he sees him, he goes further afield. No, he doesn't. He changes across. That was a great kick. Hit Basely. Didn't have to change step. He goes into the forward line. Page out on the lead by himself. Andrews right with him. Has him. Got him. Lets him go. Ball there with Jovanovic. He comes in to support. Now he needs to get rid of it. Well, he released it, but it wasn't correctly. And a good tackle there from Matheson, is it? No, it's de Blasio. So Justin de Blasio, resulting free kick in the back pocket. So he's done well back there again. De Blasio hasn't had a big influence, but kept his man pretty quiet. Jovanovic has one. Short kick. Oh, plenty of air. Boys from behind have seen plenty of the ball. It gets through the contest. Picked up there. Wright doesn't collect it. Hollands does. Goes back towards Taylor Reynolds. Handball goes further back. And it's going to be Key, who comes out of defence to the half-forward line. Mark, spoiled from behind by Lima. Front of the contest, Eels overruns the ball. Fursland's there on the left foot. Handball's back inside. Good running player to Whitney. Whitney goes over the top. And the mark, or the ball has been taken by Whitney. And this is Ash Whitney. Goes long into the forward line. North Geelong in front.
Great mark.
Again, de Blasio. So de Blasio in front of Page. That will turn their defence. Not into attack because he's gone short. It's a dangerous kick. Well, it's a good kick. And now it's Key by himself, just rolling through the middle of the ground. Has one, has two. Could do his third and does so. Looks up. Long kick. Kick wasn't good. Plenty of air. Made a choice there for Clark. Good strong mark there. And it's Blake Miller who's taken the mark 30 metres out from goal directly in front.
Well, I was just going to say, Smitty, he was called out of the contest just here, and he went out. He should have went here, I thought, and that because he's the big bloke. He's got to mark him, and what a great mark that was.
So Blake Miller, we know he's a goal kicker.
Got a funny style, but doesn't miss many.
No, so he's directly in front. And North Geelong would have the first two scoring shots, or first three scoring shots of the second quarter. He makes no mistake at all. That's his first goal of the afternoon.
Barton having a run in the ruck against Hollands. Hollands gets it down, roved by Morton, gets it away to Hutchinson. Martin stood his ground, Biggs fell over. Martin gets away at half back for Bell Post Hill, goes towards the middle looking for Tobin, chopped off though. And Morton taking the mark for North Geelong. Wobbly kick towards Fitzsimmons, doesn't sit for him. Fursland's right next to him, 2-on-1, can give it to Washington by hand, does so. Morton bears down, he gets around on half back.
Come in too quick.
Washington goes towards centre wing. Popovsky again got it away from hands. Watts, Dillon, Morton's there as well. So Barton up against Hollands. Throw in. Barton in front. Gets it down to Holes fine. Wrapped up by Morton. Got one high. Umpire said no. Has to be punts then. And it is. So holding the ball. And a bit of feeling in the game now. Hutchinson pushed off the ball by Barton. Holes fine saying, but I got my head ripped off. Morton taking the free kick. Centre wing. Goes towards half forward with the kick. Looking for Biggs who goes up. Can't take the mark off the side of the pack. Right off a step. And through.
Lima kicks into himself and then plays on, goes to the far side of the ground. It's a nice looking kick. McNamara in front. Good timely spoil there from Podner. And the umpire says that's all within the rules of the game. Ball goes over the boundary line. So
Top in the arms and in the back.
That's it. The ball went over the boundary line and it's ball in. So back in the half forward line. Picked up there Van Creeken. Had it, was spent by their 50. Ball thrown back in by the umpire. Hollands, Barton. Over the top, Hollands taps the ball to the front of the contest. Picking the ball up is Holzfeen. And he gets the ball back towards centre wing. Long kick. Target Parker's there.
That's
good
a
strong
great
mark.
mark.
Is it Basely, is it?
Wood.
Oh, it is too. So it's Wood on the far
Good
side of the
player,
ground. Very good player, Wood.
Oh,
Good
get off
skills.
the bandwagon.
Goes to Page by hand, so Page goes in long. Target, mark's not taken, comes to ground level. Swennerson running back with the fly of the ball. Oh, he tapped it back to a Bell Post Hill player. Picked up there by Addy. Addy went to the player in Tobin. Goes on his left foot, stops, props, and tackled, brought down. Good strong tackle there by Swennerson. And the resulting free kick goes to Brent Swennerson. Transfers play, goes out looking for Watts. The kick wasn't good. Put pressure on him to pick the ball up. He does so.
Oh, he did well.
Missed him.
Just missed by Jovanovic, and thank goodness for that, because he would have been back here with us. The ball now with
Andrews.
Andrews on the far side. He transfers play, a dangerous kick, but he's found Shane Dillon in the far pocket. Asked to play on by the umpire, short kick. Again, kick, don't know whether it went to that target, but he found one, and it's Parker. Further afield, Swennerson. He's pushed up from defence. This is a North Geelong we saw 3 or 4 weeks back, and the ball comes in. Kick wasn't good. Intercepted there by Furzon, who's spending time in the half-back line. He goes quickly, looking for Popovsky. Good body there from Brady Watts, and the mark has been taken. So North Geelong again, a chance to push the ball into their forward line. Goes towards wing, Lockie Wright with the ball. The run from North Geelong now seems to be running at full pace. Ball into the half-forward line. No attempt there from Clark. Ball at the back of the contest. Stevie Overall's going up and down and slowly. Handball's back towards the boundary line. Could be deliberate. Kept in play by Clark. Puts his head over the ball. Umpire's told him to play on. Says it was okay. Now it's in the forward line. They need to get the ball over the boundary line, and they do so.
And up the ground for North Geelong.
And that's old-fashioned footy.
Absolutely.
Put it to
Boundary
where it's
throw-in.
dangerous.
Miller gets it. Hollands gets it down. Podner at the back of the pack. 40 out. Rides the row. Turns around and rides the kick through, but only for one behind. Shane Lima comes towards Martin. It's a terrible kick, though. Sets a task for the skipper, and he just sees it over the line for a throw-in. So a boundary throw-in. 40 around from the North Geelong goal. Symes and Hollands. Hollands gets it down. Lima gets it back towards Holes Fine. Gets his jumper ripped off. And Eels had a little bit more time than he possibly thought he had there, and it's out of bounds on the full. Lima plays on. Now, that's interesting. He's kicked it to himself. He doesn't have to do that. He thought he was kicking it.
He's just showing his skills.
Clark goes up. Fitzsimmons at the side of the pack. Oh, does well to get the handball out to Van Creeken. Ducks his head. Got the handball away inside 50. Urquhart coming the other way. Only as far as Clark.
Here's a go.
55 out from goal. Just holds the ball up. He wants to go to Biggs in the square. Oh, it's a terrible kick off the boot. Where was he going?
That's going
there?
nowhere.
That's across the face of goal. And for Brad Martin, who plays for Bell Post Hill, he picks it up easily and gives it away by hand to Bazzano. He was ripped off the ball by Miller over the shoulder. The umpire say, oh, geez, they want to go on with it too. And it will be a free kick to Bazzano at half back for Bell Post Hill. Out of side. So he just holds the ball up.
I reckon Bell Post
I
will
reckon
need a
he's giving
goal
him
against
50,
this
so
win.
there you go. So 50 against Blake Miller.
So did you give him to him the first time, or was it just then?
I don't know. Who knows?
Well, I'll
No
tell you what,
idea.
if you give it to him the first time, he waited a hell of a long time to actually pay it.
I think there was a little bit of instruction maybe, and then said, and by the way, come back 50 metres.
And a bit more.
So anyway, free kick with Pisano on centre wing on the outer side now. Drives it long, inside 50. Popovsky comes out. Oh, de Blasio. Just
Yeah,
runs
good's he
across
been
the
there
mid,
this quarter?
Just runs across the front of the pack and gives it away. Oh, Morton had to sit and wait for it, under it. He had some time. Now he gets it around. In fact, it's Dylan on centre wing. So he goes towards, I don't know who. Steve
Well, there was
Overall.
nowhere to go.
No, Overall took the mark easily for Bell Post Hill. Nobody next to him there. 4-5-29 North. Bell Post Hill 6-8-44.
Bell Post Still player hasn't moved since that last clash down at the centre half forward position. The ball now on the half back flank. Fantella goes backwards and finds Martin. So this is what Bell Post Hill will do. They will chip the ball down, but North Geelong seem to have the numbers here. It's a good kick over the top. Short, Lima. Has a player back in the middle, and that's Urquhart. And if he turns and runs, he can go, but he's held up there by Podner. That's good play also.
Popovsky it was.
Popovsky got himself off the ground and running to the boundary line. He has Martin wide now again. Bell Post Hill just chip it around. They're patient. What they do, Martin could go. There's no one on his mark. He has a player over the top. Went to him, but it was a poor kick, and it was intercepted there by Luke Parker. So Parker from North Geelong. Long kick. Dangerous now. Goes back towards Miller. Oh, plucks it over the top. Overall perfect position, but the big fella just arms up and over the top. Took possession. And he will go back and have another shot for goal.
Well, he's given a 50 away a second ago, so this will be a good redemption.
So Miller. Right on 50, but not without any chance here. He's a long kick of the football. It's in the air, plenty of air, goes across the face, comes back, not enough, and it's through for a minor score.
Kick another couple with it.
Lima plays on from full back, goes to the outer side, looking for Barton and finding him. The big fella takes it outside, defensive 50. He just holds the play up. Lots of one-on-one contests here between the sides at the moment. He chips the ball over the top, looking for and finding McNamara close to the boundary line. Couldn't take the mark, but got the ball and kicks it long and wide. And unfortunately off hands for Bell Post Hill. So boundary throw in.
Put on him.
Boundary throw in. Hollands from behind. Gets it down to the side of the pack, but it's roved by Wood, goes towards half forward. Coming out Jovanovic at pace. Right next to him, de Blasio. Off hands, Fursland. Comes back towards the goal square. Reynolds gets back there. And Wood. And
He's got it.
And it's
Ball's there up. Hollands wins possession of the ball, comes to the ground. Podner runs out of the centre. Long kick to the goal square, all to centre half forward. Sam Clark comes out and does it well.
it's easy footy when you play it like that, isn't it?
Just protected the flight where the ball was coming to. Knew it was. Mark and some good play there from Blake Podner and also through the middle from Hollands. So Sam Clark not wasting any time here. Needs to kick this goal for North Geelong. It goes across.
What, he's missed it. I just don't reckon he took enough time.
It was like his last kick, Robert, failed to reach the target.
4 times last week for 4 goals. And the big question is, why couldn't they do it 10 from 10? I suppose.
Lima kicks in to the outer side. Podner in the gun, goes up. No mark. Barton was there as well off hand. Boundary throwing for Hollands and for Symes. Hollands gets it down, roved by Clark. If it sits for him, he's away. McNamara right next to him. He got away, did well. 40 out, goes to the goal square and has missed again, I think, and through for 1 by.
Emily kicked to himself. This time he doesn't, but he goes to the far
He
side.
only does that when it's out in the full.
Yeah.
Ball out wide. Good spoil there from Matty. And it's put Barton in the box set. He goes back. He collects the ball. Short kick round the boundary line. Up and mark. Strong mark there from Wood. Good player, this bloke. Like the way he moves.
Now you can see why I picked him in my team of the year, Smithy.
I didn't have a say. Thank goodness for that. Ball and now towards the half forward line. That's a good mark there by Herbert. Fitzsimmons, I think it is.
Yep.
Yes. So Fitzsimmons now has the ball on the half back line. Looking for options further afield. Hutch, you'll have to kick the ball a long way to get to you, mate.
Yeah.
So he goes straight back down the line to where's the ball come from. There's a free kick and an umpire's seen it. And it's against, must have been against Joel Page.
Oh, that's 50. That's 50. The Werribee Central's coach threw it straight to the bloke last week and got 50, so that's got to be 80.
So Wright goes back by hand and finds Key. Short kick finds Podner. Plays on. Short kick going in towards the forward line.
Too strong.
Great,
Now go back and take your time, son.
I reckon Martin's the bloke that's got to go back to him.
Yeah.
It's too strong, isn't he?
Yep. And Clark, he's probably third shot in about 2 minutes here. I reckon he's missed 2. I'm putting this one down for a goal, Grub. Law of averages.
Well, he deserves one.
Law of averages say it's goal.
He's deserved
Law of
it.
averages says he's going to get one, and he's got one.
Umpire throws the ball in the air. Symes gets it down to Tobin. The Whitley medalist goes to half forward. At the front, Schwennerson. Wrapped up by Barton. There's the punts. Comes out advantage. Paid Ash Whitney over the top. Handballed it clear to Wood. Got it to Page on the left. Not his preferred side. Comes up towards the forward pocket. And ball spills free. Watts at the back. He's wrapped up. Holes fine. Roves it and kicks the goal.
Bit of nastiness in him too.
Yeah, I reckon he can go right. So the ball thrown up in the middle of the ground. Picked up there. And it's going to be North Geelong who have possession. No, it's going to be Bell Post who have possession. But the umpire's going to come in and say it's mine. So we'll do the same thing we did 2 seconds ago. Ball up, middle of the ground. So Fantella's gone back towards Fitzsimmons now. This time Symes up over the top, goes towards the boundary line. Morton comes through, picks the ball up, goes towards Taylor Reynolds. Reynolds goes round the boundary line. Dillon can't take the mark, gets through the contest. Going to be Addy that goes back and picks it up. Good strength, gets around that player and he kicks along the boundary line. It's going to be wide and out of bounds on the full.
No, it's not. It's not even out of bounds.
Bounced in the field of play. It's picked up. Handball goes back. It wasn't a good handball. Went looking for Barton, but he's over the top of the ball. He'll need to release it. And the umpire standing there watching. Now it's North Geelong with the ball. And it's heading towards the boundary line. Tobin slips on the ball. Feeds the ball out the back door. Oh, bit of a belt
that's
head there
got
by
to be
Whitney.
a free kick, umpire.
Whitney, give him a rabbit chop to the back of the head then. And it's going to be Reynolds who has the ball, goes inside, and he has Key. So Key now, handball, back towards the centre-half back position. It's Brady Watts coming up from that position, has the ball, kick. Gee, the ball must have no air in it. So there's a lot of players not kicking
They're
it well.
not kicking it well, are they?
And it's Lima that has it. His short kick goes over the top, looking for Tobin. Getting himself involved in the game now, Tobin, and needs to. Lentini runs forward for him. Not much more movement. Usually by this bell post hill, I've got numbers streaming everywhere, so they're just steady with the ball. Kick goes into the forward line. Lentini, but coming out was Podner. Couldn't take the mark. Picked up by Janavanovic. He kicks round the corner. Over the top of Parker, who's going to be best positioned to win possession of the ball. Does so. Put it down when Holzfien tackles him. It's picked up and cleared by North Geelong. From defence, going back towards centre wing. Miller up. One grab, two grabs. Can't get the third. Tap forward of the field. Great work there because it's ended up in the hands of Wood, who goes by hand in towards Lentini. Runs towards goal. Steadies. Has time to look. Matheson and Jovanovic going back with the fly of the ball. And it's Jovanovic who's taken the mark. In between the behind post and the goal post. He will go back and no doubt run round. No, he's got a short option at centre half forward, or who it was. It's Page, it looks like. And good quick movement there from Juranovic. Joel Page, a chance to kick another goal for Bell Post Hill.
Well, it was the old story. They had the players guarded, but they never had the space guarded. In these days, you've got to guard that space.
So Joel Page yet to trouble the scoreboard. We'll have a shot from about 20 metres out, almost directly in front. And he's usually a good finisher from this position. I will say usually, Grub.
Well, I reckon I could kick this one.
Comes in. Nice looking kick off the boot. Umpire moves across, but not far enough. And Joel Page has hit.
Back to the middle. Symes gets it down easily. Rove towards centre wing Fursland. Over the top of it. Can't take it with him. Morton over the top of it as well. And
he's going to get punched.
There's the punts for not getting rid of it. So Pisano's got the free kick for the Panthers. Goes outboard. Fursland just ran away and took the mark. So danger signs here. Goes with a right foot kick. Long to the pocket. Schwennerson holds his ground. Jovanovic roves it. Can't take it with him. Wood through the middle as well. Matthow's there as well. And the ball comes back towards half forward for Bell Post Hill. Pack develops. The umpire will come in. And
finishing the better of the quarter at Bell Post Hill.
They are. Symes, Hollands both get a hand to it. More work. Pack develops around him. Still at half forward for Bell Post Hill. And the umpire with the Symes. Gets it along, so does Barton, taps it further forward. Jovanovic keeps it in front, the 2.15's here. No, Grub? Who's looking after you today?
Bell Post Hill.
Bell Post Hill. Symes gets it down. Roved by right, gets the kick away, goes up 100 metres and only forward about 10. Watts from behind, across half forward for Bell Post Hill. Northern end of the ground. Danger signs, a little left foot kick's okay. Pisano takes the mark. 50 out from goal. Pretty congested between him and the goal. He just chips the ball. There's the space. Look at that. Oh. And you wouldn't be leaving Jovanovic and Barton, two of the big blokes, by themselves. Well, 30 from goal.
I reckon the first one we called, they left the space unguarded, but this time they left the player unguarded.
Siren.
Yep, and so...
Same as the first quarter. Jovanovic again.
No, it's Barton this time.
Oh, Barton, is it?
Barton this time. So North Geelong will definitely be 5'8", 38. And Tim Barton, who... hasn't got a goal to date, can take the margin back to what it was at quarter time if he can put this through.
This is a tough kick.
He comes in, 35 out, right foot kick, pretty good, straight through the middle.
A little ripper.
Fantastic. So he puts his lead, North Geelong 5'8", 38, 4 goals.
Raiders from all around Geelong, I'm here to tell you our football is strong.